We're on a roller coaster in quarantine.
Yay.
Scary.
Yay.
Whoa.
It's on your boobs.
It is.
Sunday brunch.
Sunday, 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 Sunday brunch. Hello, welcome back to Sunday brunch. Pour yourself a mimosa and brunch along with us.
Our guest today, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Mae McCoy.
She's Mae McCoy.
That she is.
We have cookies, because it's brunch time,
We love
and chips.
In
Picture of
sparkling
health.
water.
Oh yeah. All right. So, May, tell us a little bit about who you are as a person.
I'm an interesting fella, as the lads say. I am from Portland, Oregon, and I like music, and I scare people off because I just write music, and they're like, what else do you do? And I say, I write music. And that's all I
Very
do.
nice.
That's delightful. And you have a song out. Yeah.
I do. It's called The Rain to Return, and it's about missing people and wanting them back in your life, but also being scared that they're gonna leave you. And because that feeling of people leaving you is really sucky.
I heard that's pretty neat. That song.
No, not.
I heard that song's
Not
pretty
people
neat.
leaving
Not people
you.
leaving you.
It's a delightful song.
Thank
I
you.
really, really like it. Justin?
I like it too.
Good.
I was almost on it, but I sang poorly in the booth.
That's how it be sometimes.
That is how it be sometimes. I think it's good how it is. I think my voice would have been too much. It's kind of like when you're making a spaghetti and you're like, should I add beef and sausage? No, keep it with one meat.
Or no meat.
Or no
Du
meat.
eet dem happy bortakig.
You speak Welsh?
I do speak Welsh.
Well, we watched a space shuttle today. Thoughts on that?
It went to space and it didn't crash. That's always a plus when that happens.
Yes.
I found it really annoying how they kept asking, how long does it take to go to the space station, when they literally just said 19 hours right before they asked the question.
I agree with that.
That's on space and terraforming Mars, because that is Elon Musk's Twitter banner. Terraforming Mars. He wants to do that.
Elon Musk scares me kind of. I think he's a genius probably, and it's really cool that he's sending people to space, and I mean he's with Grimes, so that's fun, but like he's just kind of a weird guy with a lot of money, so I don't know, we'll see what he does. He's just a weird pop culture icon right now, which is kind of strange to think about.
Yeah.
True.
Space is cool though. My research was basically just like open searching your name on Google
Mood.
and then listening to everything that I could get my hands on.
Oh gosh.
Which everything I heard was really good.
That is
and
wrong.
I enjoyed your vocals on that. Me and Justin listened to it, and I don't remember what it is, but it was like kind of a bop. Two men were the band. Do you remember? It's
Twin
on Spotify.
Phantom?
Twin Phantom. That is it.
Vanity.
Yeah, I liked your. I no offense if they see this. I'm so sorry to those to the Twin Phantom, whoever you are. But I really enjoyed your. Like normally that song wasn't my cup of tea, but I thoroughly enjoyed your part. So
Thank you.
got you.
That take took me like 20 times because I was really nervous in the studio and I kept going slightly flat on a note, but I thought it was a stylistic thing. And then the like mixing engineer, who was not a part of the band, he was just there, he came in and was like, I muted the mic so they can't hear this, but I think you're slightly flat. Let's go through warm-ups. And then he brought me through warm-ups.
Well, at least he was helping you, I guess.
True. Yeah, and then I think it turned out good.
Hell yeah, it did. I really liked it. What is your kind of routine in terms of, or process, I guess, in terms of like writing music from the time you have an idea to the time it's like completely done?
When I have an idea, if it's a melody, no matter where I am, like I'll be at work a lot of times and I come up with a melody, I'll take my phone and I'll go to like the voice memos and just like record myself humming it. If it's like a lyric idea or a topic idea, then I'll write it in my notes section. And then from there, if I'm in like a, yeah, I want to get this shit done, then is swearing allowed?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. If I want to get that shit done, then I'll take it to my garage and I will start writing shit. And
Oh,
usually
yeah.
I write lyrics first, but it's like one line and then I play and then I sing
Fun.
to it, and it's like freestyle.
We love
And then
that.
it's done in anywhere between 14 minutes to 4 hours typically.
That's cool. I like that. That's, I feel like I would say you're a very creative person.
Thank you.
Would you agree with this?
I think I'm pretty creative.
Yeah. You're going to music school, so I guess
Mhm.
that's a big indication. Just true.
Huh?
Throwing it over to you. Any questions?
I mean, I live it. What?
What?
Like,
Any questions for Mae? And you're like, oh, I mean, I live it. So.
I do.
He lives my life.
I'm frequently with her, and I'm also writing the things.
We live together now.
We do live together now.
Boston. Thoughts on Boston? I've heard Justin's talked my ear off about the delightful city that is Boston.
I love Boston. I think I like it more than Portland, to
Wow.
be honest. But I love Portland because it's Portland. So I don't know for sure. But Boston, like I went to London last summer and they were like, you're really going to like Boston because it's basically the London of America.
Interesting. Okay.
Because it's like on a grid system and
Mhm.
it's very like antique, I guess, and like old fashioned in like the
That would make
architecture. And I think it's hella cute.
Mhm.
And also Pavement is there and it's my favorite coffee shop. And I get a vanilla latte with oat milk
Ooh, that
and
sounds
it's
good.
really, really good.
Mhm.
You gotta go Pavement. That's all I add that to the list of when I come to Boston.
You have to go. Literally all my friends are like, can I come visit you in Boston and then you can take me to Pavement? Because that's all I talk about. So.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm into this. Boston, Mass. Tell me a little bit about your guys' little day trip to Salem.
Oh yes.
Because I heard stories. I heard it was fun.
It's a dramatic day,
Oh no.
but
So I got up.
okay.
Good lord, man.
Salem.
Who wants
It was
it?
a dramatic
Who
day.
got it?
Tell them how it was dramatic.
So, it was November 1st. We had previously on Halloween discussed that we wanted to go to Salem. So, I said, pip pop, let's go to Salem. And I was supposed to meet Justin at Pavement Coffee because that's where we meet every day. And he's usually the one who's late. I'm giving up on the accent. He's always late, and I'm never late because you're a bitch. And my mom calls me right before I'm about to leave, and I'm like down the stairs already, and she goes, Mae, your dog died, and that was really sad. So I went back upstairs because I started crying, and I didn't really know where to go because the hallways aren't soundproof, and Rachel, my roommate, was sleeping in our room. So I was just trying to like muffle my cries the whole time. And then I pulled my shit together, and then I went down to Justin, and he's like, what took so long? And I'm like, my dog died. And then I got my vanilla latte with oat milk, and we took the tea, and oh shit, your computer.
It's okay. It's great. Polly,
Mm-hmm.
we got to Salem and we went to the Witch Museum, which was mediocre because it had plastic figures only and they did a retelling. But I bought a Pisces bracelet and I bought tarot cards that got wet at a later date.
Yeah, I got a dream catcher.
Then we went to a hotel and we ate mac and cheese. And that was when Mae gave up her veganism. They yelled at us when we tried to sit at the bar because we were under 21. So we sat at a table and I charged my phone in a little corner and
Oh my
watched it the
gosh.
whole time to make sure no one took it.
He was always like looking behind me, and I was like, "What the fuck are
What the-
you doing?"
Then we got coffee at a place. I don't remember the name. And then we
I
got...
can find it.
No, we don't need it. No. Okay.
I can find it.
Then
It's
we
on my
got
coffee
back on the
story.
train and we rode the train back to Boston, and there were a bunch of drunk Scottish people on it to the point that we had to stand. And then we Ubered from the train station back to Berkeley. Brewbox.
Here's the coffee. You can't fucking see it, but it's there.
And that was our Salem story. That got deleted because my phone's full.
Yeah, it was so good. Damn it, Justin.
Damn it, Justin's phone. So now, Conspiracy Corner. On my phone we talked about Atlantis, but I don't know if it was really that good.
I think, what's our opinions on Atlantis? Justin?
I think it's very possible that it existed. Because, I don't know, a lot of people talk about it, and I saw, since no one heard this because my phone ran out of storage, I saw that there's the way that Plato described it. It was Plato, right? I think it was Plato who wrote Atlantis. He wrote that it was in 3 concentric rings, and there are 3 concentric rings from a satellite view in the middle of the Sahara Desert, which used to be underwater, but no one is able to go research there because I forgot which country it is, but whichever country the circles were found in, it's very, very bad politically. It has quite the political climate there, to the point that there's raids and stuff, and people might be in danger to go research there. But I feel like it's definitely possible once there's actual evidence. I say that as though there definitely will be at some point, but I feel as if there was actual evidence, I'd believe it more because it would be real. But for now, I just am a hopeful Atlantean. Thoughts on Atlantis, Mae?
I think it's real.
Any evidence or support?
Whoa!
You know what's funny is, so I used to go to church. I don't anymore, but they always used to talk about a city called Babylon, and a lot of people have made comparisons of Babylon and Atlantis. And I think it's definitely possible that a city that we have now named Atlantis existed and was underwater.
Don't touch.
Because literally, why wouldn't that be true? So many other things have been underwater.
Very true.
Yeah.
Mercedes?
Yeah, like I said before, I don't think there's people necessarily living there right now,
No.
but yeah, I mean, I've not looked myself, so who's to say that there's not a city that fell into the sea or was covered by water after a while? Yeah, it's a fun conspiracy. I'd like it to be true.
Hawaii used to be underwater.
That's true.
Any other conspiracies?
No, not this week. I went ham last week. So
Did
now-
you?
Did I?
Against Kurt?
Yeah, we talked about Roanoke,
Oh, right.
and Dad was like, maybe you should do some
Hey.
research next time.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well, should we review something?
sure.
I thought since we talked about music earlier, and hopefully that all recorded, we could discuss, I thought we could review our favorite, current popular artists and our favorite, olden times artists.
Can you establish what's considered new and what's considered
I would
old?
say new is 2000 and on,
Ooh.
especially,
Wow. Okay.
especially people who are being currently played on the radio, and then old-timey would be pre-2000s.
You think I listen to pre-2000s music?
I'm sure you've heard something.
Hmm.
You were singing Queen the other day.
I was just thinking I could do Queen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, my favorite modern artist that's like legitimately popular on the radio and stuff. I do listen to some Dua Lipa now and again. I think she's a cool gal. She has cool hair. And my favorite old timey artist is Joni Mitchell. Like her guitar playing and her lyrical style. Wow. Meh.
Currently, my favorite modern artists are a band, are a group, is a group.
Is a group.
Why don't we?
Why don't we?
They're called Why Don't We? It's a group of 5 boys, and they're all pretty young. My favorite, ultimate artist is Ed Sheeran, but right now I've been really getting into Why Don't We, because they're my guilty pleasure, and Justin has had to hear 70 songs by them.
It's true.
But they're really good and sexy, and they're fun to watch live. And my favorite old-timey musicians are Queen. Musician
Yep.
is Queen. Our Queen. Do you see why I'm getting confused?
A little bit. You could just say my favorite old timey band is Queen.
Okay.
That works.
My favorite old-timey band is Queen because Queen slaps and Freddie Mercury is such a god, and I really like the song The Show Must Go On.
Unless
Hell
you're
yeah.
wearing these Mercedes.
I don't. This is gonna sound pretentious. I don't really listen to the radio.
I don't either.
Because, the radio.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, I really like this band called OK Go.
Okay.
Their kind of heyday was in kind of the late 2000s, I'd say. They were featured in a lot of. Their thing is that they always make viral music videos, but I like their music. They're very exciting. So I still like them. They still do stuff now and again, but so I always kind of say overall that they're kind of one of my favorite bands. The Hives, a Swedish band, kind of post-punk, if you will. Before 2000, I don't know. I think I changed my. It depends on my mood. I'm a big boy band person. Harry Styles, I'm going to say that. I really like Harry Styles for modern. I don't know. Like boy bands, like girl bands, like anything. Spice Girls, love the Spice Girls. I don't know, it depends. Hard-loaded question. My 2 favorite modern artists, though, are Mae and Justin.
Oh my gosh.
That's so nice.
So there's that. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
10 out of 10.
Stream Rain to Return
Yeah.
on all platforms.
Yeah.
Buy it on iTunes. Do it all.
I have a lyric video that's on YouTube. It's pretty sexy.
I should make a lyric video. I want to make a lyric video.
You should.
Just haven't had the time as of
I'll
late.
do your lyrics. I'm really good at lyrics. As in, making it float down in a cool way.
I want it to look like a 70s music video. It's like.
I'll play us out. Silence. Bass drop. No. So good. It's a book. That's just a taste. If you want to hear the rest, you gotta go listen to it, stream it.
Mm-hmm.
It is a true story.
All right.
PSA.
This has been Sunday Brunch. Justin, thanks for brunching along with us.
Thank you.
May, thanks for brunching along with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you next time for some Sunday brunch.